Royal Crown will be running on from the back, will be protected from the wind.
Royal Crown put his head in front of Reflect the Stars, and Royal Crown won the opener from Reflect the Stars. Alvita Saint.
Welcome to another race day preview. Racing returns to the Valley for the first time in a long time. I can't wait for it. We haven't made a profit in so long, but trust me, this week is the week. Let's get straight on with it. We're going to first take a look at some black bookers that are coming up, and I didn't want to do 4 of these, so we're just going to quickly preview each runner. Adonis Kick and Montenegro Man have both drawn out very wide, so I can't tip you into them. The 2 I can tip you into, however, is Pancho and Master Chum. I reckon these 2 have really good chances. Keep an eye on them, and you might win some money. Race 1 is a 2-year-old Colton Geldings handicap over the 1,000 metres. Jigsaw is the $1.90 favourite, and Frostin and Direct are both at $6. This is a recent jump out of Direct at Caulfield. I thought this was a good piece of work by this horse. Shows that it's come back well. In its last preparation, it had 3 starts, a second behind Paul Lely at Moonee Valley. Then it went to the Silver Slipper up in Rose Hill, ran 3rd behind Home Affairs, and had excuses. It also had excuses in the Todman when it lost to Animo by 4 lengths. It raced 3 well without cover, only lost by 4 lengths to Animo. I reckon this is a classy horse. 1,000 metres will suit it. Gate 2 will sit on speed and give him something to chase, and I was more than happy to take the $6 rather than the $1.90 about Jigsaw. Jigsaw is racing well, will go on speed. 60 kilos is a bit of a query, but I like it. Frostin will be running on from the back. Damien Lane will be sprouting wings and coming home fast. And Modern Legend. Don't doubt the legends because they always do well. But 19 units the win on Direct. Hopefully that can get us a profit. Race 2 is a 2-year-old fillies handicap over the 1,000 metres, and we've got joint favourites. Frost Flowers and Tycoon Hummer both at $4.60, and on this page Duchy of Savoy is at $5.50. This is a recent jump out effort of Sliders on the poly track at Flemington. I thought this was a good piece of work. It's had 5 starts in its career for 1 win, and they've all been in good races. It's had some excuses in its past couple of races, and I think that's why the market's missed it a bit. Draws a good gate. Fred Kersley goes on. I think it's over the odds. If it doesn't have any excuses, I reckon it can go close at $17, and I've got 5 units each way on it, but not that confident. Frost Flowers will sit on speed and give itself every chance, but Jamie Carr not riding it's a bit of a query. La Roque from that wide gate will push forward as 1-2 from 2. Good horse. Duchy of Savoy might need luck, but if it gets luck, I reckon it'll be running on very well. Sliders at a bit of a price for me to win Moonee Valley Race 2. I think it can do well. Race 3 is an open handicap over the 1,600 metres, and High Stranger, the fit High Stranger, is the $3.50 favourite ahead of $4 No Effort, who is very fit as well. We're taking a look at the last start effort of No Effort, and this was a very good win. Although it was suited by the track bias, I thought it did well to win. Obviously, it loves wet ground, which it'll probably get a soft 5, soft 6 on the weekend. I like how it's the fit horse. It gets 52 kilos again on the weekend with Carlene Heffel. I just like that it's the fit horse. Most of these horses in this race are first up, but this one's fit. This one will go forward. This one will lead. This one will hopefully kick on and win with the short Moonee Valley Straight, and I'm happy to take it on top. 20 units the win on both No Effort and High Stranger, who was 1,200 up to 1,600 metres last start. I thought that was a bit of an issue, but stays at 1,600, so it's fit and ready for it. Starcaster will go forward, is unbeaten at Moonee Valley and will go well with Jamie Carr. And Falls has been racing surprisingly well, so I have to throw it in there. But No Effort and High Stranger, I think, are 2 really good chances. Race 4 is a quality race over the 2,000 metres, and Buckhurst is the $3.70 favourite ahead of Dr. Drill at $3.80, and then there's $4.60 for Bedford. This is a last start effort of Pancho at Flemington. This was a race won by Fury, and Dr. Drill is in this race. It runs second. I thought this was a mid to back markers race, and I thought Pancho did well to stick on speed and only lose by 2 lengths. Gets Craig Williams on the weekend, who knows the horse well, will go forward, be in front of most of its key rivals, and I think it's fit enough now to go on with the job, and happy to take the value pick on it. I think it's a really good horse. Dr. Drill's going to have a hard time slotting in from the wide gate, so I like Pancho. Bedford had EIPH last start, so that's a bit of a query, but it's a good horse. Buckhurst, it's had bone chips removed since last start, so that is a query, and the 61.5 kilos first up is also a query, but it is a class runner. And Mahamadeus, I like it on the back up, like it at Moonee Valley, like the 2,000 metres, so I've got to throw it in. But Pancho has a bit of a value pick in race 4. Race 5 is a 3-year-old handicap over the 1,500 metres, and I'm Thunderstruck is the odds-on favourite, $1.95 ahead of Tuvalu at $4.20. This is the last start effort of I'm Thunderstruck and Tuvalu at Flemington. These horses ran first and second. Obviously, I'm Thunderstruck running first. Good win by I'm Thunderstruck. Is a bit green, but I thought it was a good win. Tuvalu first up just needed the run, and I thought it did pretty well. I'm Thunderstruck. I'm not sure about it at Moonee Valley. It's sort of a loping horse, and it might not handle the corner well. Has to get back from gate 9, which is a query. I think Tuvalu's fit enough to go on with the job now. We'll go forward. Moonee Valley only has a short straight, so that'll suit Tuvalu, and I think $4.20 is a good price about Tuvalu, so I'm taking it ahead of I'm Thunderstruck. I've got 5 units each way on Demando. I think it flies under the radar, gets 52.5 kilos, gets a good run for Will Price, and he's a last start winner at Sandown. Great Diviner comes over from Adelaide for Will Clarkin and Craig Williams. Just draws a wide gate and will have to go back, which is a query. But Tuvalu's on top with Demando as an each-way pick. Race 6 is a fillies and mares benchmark 78 over the 1,600 metres, and Godaline, the last start winner, is at $4.80 and is the favourite ahead of White Hibiscus there at $5.50. This is a replay last week of Why Choose Her. This was a race won by King Magnus. The Inevitable was in this race, and so was Great Again, so it's a good form race. Why Choose Her got held up and never really got to build momentum. I like it on the week back up. It's done well in the past. Gets the claim for Lockie Neindorf with 59.5 kilos. I think it should be the favourite. All it needs is some luck in running. And I think that's why the market has got it at $9.50. But I reckon if it gets luck in running, it is the horse to beat. And I was struggling to see why it was $9. So 15 units to win on Why Choose Her. I think it's a good price. Godaline was a good last start winner, but it'll have to go back from the gate. Lady Dora is going to sneak ground on the rails as well, and it's been racing well. Gets in with 53.5 kilos. It's a good chance. And White Hibiscus, Craig Williams, third up, fitter, and will be going well. But I think Why Choose Her is a pretty good play in Moonee Valley Race 6. All it needs is some luck in running. Race 7 is a benchmark 78 over the 2,500 metres. Smokin' Romans is the $3.30 favourite ahead of Maserati Bay and Mr. Mouge, both at $5.50. This is a last start effort in Sydney of Maserati Bay. We saw this last week, but Maserati Bay got scratched. Again, Steely came out of this race and won well. Maserati Bay didn't fire a shot, but I think getting back to Melbourne, getting gate 3, getting John Allen back on is a big plus. And from gate 3, it'll go forward, hopefully lead, and around that Moonee Valley tight turning circuit, it can run them off their feet, Maserati Bay. It was basically a lottery, this race, and I couldn't really find one confident tip on top, but I've got Maserati Bay. Passaro gets a good run from gate 1. Fifth up is Fitter, gets Craig Williams, good chance. Smokin' Romans from gate 16 has to go right back, and I don't know if it'll loop the whole field around Moonee Valley, but we'll see what happens. Crimson Ace has been racing well and is a good chance also. But Maserati Bay for me from gate 3 is on top. John Allen, 60 kilos, hopefully can run them off their feet in race 7. Race 8 is a 3-year-old handicap over the 2,000 metres, and Red Santa is the $3.90 favourite ahead of Namakwa at $6. And on the other page, there's not much doing, but this is a last start effort at Flemington of Literati and Adonis Kick. Adonis Kick might not even get a run, but look at it through the line, it does well. I thought Literati, who is my on-top selection, did well in the inferior ground on this day. The winner won from the better ground, so probably ran well. Gets gate 2 on the weekend, can hopefully box seat. Gets Ben Mellum, has been racing well. It's had about 1 million starts this preparation, but I think it deserves another win, and I've got it on top. I think it's well suited to this race, and $9, Kachinga. Namakwa gets a good gate in gate 3, gets down to the 56 kilos with Madison Lloyd on, and can run well. Seb Song, Craig Williams goes on, which is a big plus, gets gate 5, will get a good run and be running well. Adonis Kick, if it runs, give it a chance, but I don't think it'll run. I've got it in there anyway. Literati is my on-top selection in race 8 in a low-confidence race. I am looking forward to this race. It's a benchmark 70 over the 1200 metres. On this page, Wilmot passes at $6 ahead of Foxy Lady at $5 and $4.60 for Flash Flood. This is a last start effort at Geelong of Imperial Lad first up. It won on this occasion, and it was a good win. Alana Kelly goes on the weekend, so gets in with the 60.5 kilos. From gate 6 will race on speed and hopefully kick away and be too strong for them. Isn't as good second up as first up, but I think in a race where there doesn't look to be a whole lot of speed or pressure, can do well and get a good run and hopefully produce late. Rock Tycoon, this is the best value pick in a long time. Rock Tycoon loves Moonee Valley. It's not respected by the market because of its poor last start run, but back to the Valley, gets in with 58.5 kilos. It's just drawn a bit of a wide gate, but if it can overcome that, I think it should be $10 minus. Wilmot Pass always runs well but never wins. We'll be running on from the back. Flash Flood's the favourite, but there's something wrong with Flash Flood from what I've heard from the RV stewards, so that's why I'm not that confident on it. But look, I've got 5 units each way on Rock Tycoon, and hopefully that can blast us out at Moonee Valley.